Good morning. Welcome to IS Help Desk. This video is on strategy for achieving good marks in GS Prelims examination. UPSC conducts Civil Services Prelims examination every year, which serves as a screening test. That means the marks obtained in this examination is not calculated while calculating the final rank, but it acts as a first step towards becoming the civil servant. So this step is the most crucial in the civil services examination. However, from the following data, you can understand the level of competition. In CSC 2018, around 3 lakh students appeared for prelims examination and only about 10,500 qualified for GS main examination. This shows that the preparation of prelims examination is the most crucial and it requires right strategy with right mindset for clearing the examination. Hereby, we are providing a series of videos on the strategy for preparing for civil services prelims examination, and the first video in this series is how to prepare Indian polity and governance for GS prelims. Indian polity and governance is one of the most crucial subject in civil services prelims examination, as the weightage of this subject is very huge. Out of 100 questions in the GS prelims examination, about 14 to 15 questions are from this section. And if students have the conceptual clarity related to the dimensions and related to the constitution, then he can easily obtain good marks in this subject. Now understand the types of questions which are asked in this section. In this section, mainly the questions related to constitutional provisions, laws and rules, government policies and government schemes are asked. So this section is known as Indian polity and this section is known as governance. Hereby listing the broad topics which are covered in the polity and governance: constitutional development, introductory to the preamble, salient features, citizenship and states, fundamental rights, duties and active principles of state policy, union government, state government, judiciary, which includes all the three levels, Supreme Court, High Court and District Courts, amendments and its procedure, local governments, that includes the Panchayati Raj as well as the municipalities, then the elections, federalism system, that means that covers the center-state relations, then the constitutional, non-constitutional and extra-constitutional bodies. So this is the Indian polity syllabus. Now moving to the governance syllabus, it is ministries and departments, how they are working and the role of the DM, then the transparency initiatives in India, that is the RTI, e-governance and citizen charter, then the administrative bodies, how they are working in this, how they are working for the betterment of the governance, then the welfare schemes for vulnerable sections and the rights issues. Right issues, that means the programs and policies for the vulnerable section which government have introduced. So broadly, the syllabus for Indian polity and governance covered these 17 topics. Now moving to the next section. This section shows the trend analysis of Indian polity and governance. In 2019, around 16 questions were asked from this section. You can understand the importance of this subject, as out of 100 questions, if 16 questions are from this section, so the weightage of this subject is very huge. Similarly, the trend analysis of year from 2011 to 2019 has been given in this table. Now the question arises how to start preparation for polity and governance. The best way to start preparation for any subject is to analyze the previous year questions. You can visit our website ishelpdesk.in, and in the Indian polity section you will get the overview of the subject. Then in the previous year questions tab you can download the previous year questions by clicking on the preview section. In this, we have mentioned the source of the question also. That is, this question has been asked from Lakshmikant, or this has been asked from the NIOS, or this has been asked from the NCERT books. So from this, you can either download the file which is in the PDF format, or you can add to the wish list which will be saved in your account for the later reference. Now moving to the strategy part. So now we are analyzing the pattern of questions asked in the Indian polity and governance and how to prepare for each pattern. So the first pattern in this section is core factual level question. In this, questions are based purely on the facts and this checks the memory retention power of the student. For example, the question is Which principle among the following was added to the directive principle of state policy by the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution? And there are 4 options, A, B, C, D. So this is a direct question. In this there is no concepts are required. It is directly have asked which of the following principle have been added under the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution. Hence it is a factual type of question. So for preparing of the core factual level question, student has to list down the facts. So if you are reading any chapter in the NCERT book or NIS book or in the Lakshmikant, note down the facts related that have been given in the chapter, and you should revise that at least once in 15 days so that the retention power of that data can be increased. Because for the factual questions you have to learn the amendments, the years, the head of the committee, etc. So these are the questions which have asked in the core factual level type. Now moving to the second type. Second is the core conceptual questions. These questions are based on core concepts, and this checks the in-depth knowledge and clarity of the student on the subject. And in the case of Indian polity and governance, maximum questions are on this nature because they check the clarity of the concepts related to executive, judiciary or legislature. For example, the question is this: with reference to the Constitution of India, prohibitions or limitations or provisions contained in ordinary law cannot act as prohibitions or limitations on the constitutional power under Article 142. It could mean which of the following? 4 choices have been given, A, B, C, D. In this, the provision of Article 142 has been asked and the meaning of it. That means if you have the conceptual clarity related to this article, then only you can choose the one option. So it is a core conceptual type question. I hope you will be able to understand the difference between the core factual and core conceptual type question. Now moving to the strategy for preparation of subtype questions. And for the basic starting of the preparation of this type of questions, students have to read the basic books and the standard books. Basics books are mainly from the NCERT class 6 to class 11th. It also includes the NIS books. Now moving to the standard books, it is Indian Polity by Lakshmikant and Governance by Lakshmikant. These books are sufficient for preparation of the GS prelims examination, as they will help in clearing the concepts of the student. As you have seen the list of the books which you have to read for preparation of polity and governance. Now moving to our website, we have provided the NCERT and INOS books at one place, and you can download the books easily by clicking on the preview section. In this, each chapter have been defined in what to read and what has been discussed in this chapter. So in beforehand you will be able to understand the topic you will be reading under the following chapters, and you can open the individual chapters by clicking on the headings, or you can download the complete book. In this the description format also, we have also mentioned the type of questions. The type of questions which have been asked from the particular chapter. In this form you will be able to understand that while reading the NCERT which areas you have to focus and how the questions are framed in the following subject. Apart from that, we have also mentioned the linkage. That means if you are reading class 6 Panchayati Raj system, then you should also read the chapter 8 of class 11, that is local government. So we have provided the linkage also, so that at one flow you will be able to understand the Panchayati Raj system by reading the chapter from class 6 as well as from the class 11. And similarly, you can either download the book or you can add that to the wish list for the later reference. Now after listing the books, we are showing you how to make the notes from that. Number of books are more, but reading the books is very important because it will help in clearing the concepts as well as will help in the mains examination and the essay. Because in essay also a topic on polity and governance is usually asked. If your concepts are clear, then only you will be able to write the essay in detail easily. Okay, now moving to the art of making the notes. So hereby we are attaching a sample of NCERT notes, class 9 chapter 2, what is democracy and why democracy. So in this, the first is what is democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. What it is not, this has been given. In this following, I would like to discuss two things. First is, while designing the notes, it should be one-liner so that you can read and revise that easily later on, because every time you will not be able to read the book. So designing the notes is must. And secondly, the note should be in flow. Many students write one line or one keyword and later they are not able to connect it. So while designing the notes, do not just note down the individual lines. Try to make a connected dot so that you can correlate it with the content while revising. It will be time taken process, but once it has been done, it will be a one-time effort. But you can revise your notes easily later on without referring to the books again and again. For the second type of question, that is core conceptual question, you have to read the above said books. Now moving to the third section, that is linkage between current events and concepts. In this type of question, the current events are linked with the concepts to design the question. For example, if the news is related to Aadhaar, then UPSC has asked the question related to Aadhaar card. Okay. So this is the third type of question, that is linking the current events and concepts. Similarly, from the second example, that is the issue of right to privacy, and there was judgment given by the Supreme Court. So the question on right to privacy has been asked in the examination. You can see the question from here. So for preparation of this section, a student should read the newspaper, but it should not read the newspaper simply for jotting down the current events. While reading the current affairs or while preparing the notes, you should prepare it holistically with proper background and concepts rather than just noting down the news. For more information, you can read to our article How to Read Newspaper for IAS. It is given in How to Prepare section, and you can click on this How to Read Newspaper for IAS. So in this article we have discussed how to read newspaper for prelims examination, for the mains examination and for the interview. Hope the article will help in preparing the current affairs. Now moving back to the strategy section, the fourth type of question is simply the current affairs based question. In this, the question is mainly from the governance section, because in polity, the current events and the concepts are linked to each other. However, in the governance section, mainly the questions are related to the acts or the schemes or the programs and policies. So it is mainly from the current events that have been news. For example, the question have been asked on the Indian Forest Rights Act or the Scheduled Tribes Act. These were in news in the last year. So the question has been asked in the 2019 examination. Similarly, the second question is on Maternity Benefit Amendment Act 2017. So it was in news in 2019 and the question has been asked on based on this. So now moving to the strategy for reading this. Read the newspaper thoroughly, especially the government schemes, programs and policies. But while reading the programs and policies, just don't note down the objectives or the features of the scheme. Apart from that, also read the scheme and programs holistically, because you can see from the above section, as in the case of Maternity Benefit Amendment Act, the three statements, these are not the simple features of the Amendment Act. These are the in-depth points which have been mentioned in the amendment. So while reading the program, policies or any amendment, you have to read it holistically and not just stick to the objectives and features. Hope the above stated strategy will help you in preparing for the Indian polity and governance. So now moving to the our services. For buying the NCERT notes as shown above, or for any query related to the subject, you can mail us at info@iashelpdesk.in and we will revert you within 24 hours and will help you in preparing for the civil services examination.